Hey everybody, Will here from MachineLovers.com, here with the second video in the series I'm calling Clout. This is building out a system to grab, analyze, visualize, draw insights from YouTube data. And so in this second video, what we are going to do is try to get as much data as possible, sort of build a pandas data frame that is something like an Excel spreadsheet from all of the scraping that we're doing using the YouTube API, which we set up last time. So the goal of this video, by the end of it, is to have a data frame that we can investigate and take a look at and see all of our data. Now, that's going to take some shoveling, so this is going to be more of a refactoring, live coding video. So if you're interested, stay around and let's get to it. Okay, so this is the snippet that we have from last video. You can check it out and get up to speed if you are not there. What I've added is the packages, the library's pretty print, which will allow us to more easily see the results of that JSON that we're returning from the YouTube API, and a name tuple, which is a data structure that comes in handy. I find it very handy to push the data into. Okay, so this is where we left off. We have this thing that will give us the video statistics, and we get the stats, and we get a snippet, what YouTube calls a snippet. And I want to see what's inside each one of these for one video. So what I have here is I'm returning a name tuple that has two items in it. It has the stats and it has the snippet. So I want to investigate what is in each of these. So I just set up to pretty print the stats. So if I run this command, which is calling the snippet with the arguments to search for data science videos and give me just one result, what will I see? So this is the data that we see for one data science video from this result, and it gives us these stats in this items return. So comment count, dislike count, favorite count, like count, and view count. So we want all of those. We also likely want this ID per. I'm not sure we need any of this other metadata. So what we can do, it looks like this is always going to be a list, and we want the first thing in the list. What we're going to do is start building another function that will be video information. Now I have this video information from last time, which gives us this dict, but I don't actually need it. What I'm going to do is just this video information function is getting things that I don't necessarily need to get at the time that I'm getting them here. So all that's to say is that I'm going to save some of this data, but this video information is going to give back a dictionary. We want it to return a dictionary of all of this data. We're going to put that, so this is a name tuple. It takes in the name tuple that we just set up, which has stats and snippet on it. And we are going to return a dictionary. So what are the keys in this dictionary? So we want, from items, we want the statistics. So we're assuming that the result.stats, this is how we access our name tuple. Let's just say stats is equal to result stats, and we're going to assume that every result is going to have items, and it's going to have one. It's going to be a list, and the first thing we want in the list are these statistics. So items is a list, first thing, statistics. And then from that statistics, what we want from stats, this dictionary, We want to get the comment count. Just going to paste this in. Okay, this is not the ID, this is not the title, description, or thumbnail. Okay, so we're making a dictionary here. And what did I say? Comment count. Okay, let's call it comment count, put it in camel case. Let's just put that as none for now. So what else do we have? Let's just paste everything. This is what we want. Okay, so dislike count, stats. This dict structure is another way of setting up a dictionary. Favorite count. Then, so I'm doing this so that the information can go nicely into a data frame, and then view count. Okay, so what else did we say that we wanted from this stats? We wanted the ID. Okay, so that is going to be result item 0 ID. Okay, so let's just check that we got that information. Data info equals video information, and we pass in the name tuple, which is the data, and then we're going to print out info. So let's see what this gives us. The string object has no attribute stats. Okay, so we are passing in a string object somewhere. I think in one of our other functions we are using video information. Let's see. So let's see. This just becomes, at this point in the code, we just want IDs. So we're just going to return IDs. These are video IDs. That function is doing one thing. It's returning video IDs. Okay, let's see. String indices must be integers. So video ID. Oh, I see. Let's just say this video stats function just takes a video ID. So that's video stats. When you change functions around, you sort of start touching everything. Okay, pretty print is not defined. So p print. This is how live coding goes. Okay, so I got the ID, the comment count, the dislike count, favorite count, like count, view count. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I want more information, and I'm going to get more information from the, let me just comment that out, the snippet. So we made a name tuple that's stats and snippet. So this snippet has other information. We can't just get all of our information for some reason from YouTube in one shot. We have to make two requests. The first to get the statistics, and the second to get this snippet, which has things like category ID, channel title, and description, which are also things that we want to get. So this also has items, and it's the first item. So what does that mean? That means from, let's call it the snippet, result.snippet from items 0, what is it? Item 0 snippet. Does this ID match the ID that we got above? Yes, it does. Okay, so we have the video ID, so we don't need that again. And I think all we want are things that are in this items. We want the tags, things like that. Okay, great. So that's what we want. Okay, snippet. And then I had saved some stuff from before. So we want the title, which is going to be the snippet. Let's put the snippet stuff first. The snippet stuff is more of the metadata. So snippet, no, not, sorry. We want the title, so it's going to be snippet title. And then we want the description, which is going to be the snippet description. Then we want a thumbnail that we can use. I don't need to collect all the thumbnails, but let's just call this thumbnail, which I think at another point in time I collected from the thumbnails. YouTube returns a list of thumbnails or a dictionary of thumbnails, and they return a high quality one, and you can get the URL for it. Okay, what else do we need? Channel title, which would be good, and channel ID. Okay, channel title, snippet, channel, I think it's like this, and then channel ID, snippet, channel ID. Okay, what else do we need? Category ID, I'm not sure what that is. We'll find out later. It probably will become useful. Snippet, category ID. Okay, what else? Default language, I don't care. I do want the tags, and I want the published at. Okay. Let's do tags, snippet, tags, and I want published at. This is the shoveling part of data engineering, data science. You have to get the data. We have one dictionary that's going to return all of our data for us. Thumbnails we already have, and title we already have. So let's run this now and see what this returns to us. Okay, so again, searching for one video. Okay, great. So we have this one dictionary that has the ID, the video ID. Maybe I'll name that video ID. Category. No, I think I'll leave it underscore ID. Channel ID, channel title, comment count, the description, dislike count, favorite count, like count, publish that, tags, thumbnail, title, view count. Okay, I think, and what's also good, I'm going to import date time. I want to know when I accessed this. So I'm going to say accessed at, which is going to be datetime.datetime.utc now. Okay, so let's just check that that worked. And it did. It gives me a date time back. Hopefully that'll work. I'm not sure if AWS likes that. We might have to change that later. Here's the time zone. We'll see. I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, so now I want to push more videos through this and create a data frame. So I have something that generates this nice little statistics, and I'm iterating for video and videos. I get this info. The info is the thing that the info is the dictionary. So let's just say that let's call this all data. I'm not good at naming, which will be an empty list, and then we're going to append all data. We're going to append that dictionary. And then what we're going to do is create a data frame, which is going to be pandas.dataframe all data. And then I'm going to just take a look at it. Now, at this point, I could go to an IPython notebook, but I I don't want to switch over just yet. So let's see that. I'm going to take off the one max result, and I'm using Python 3, so I can't just use print the way I normally would. Okay, so key error comment count. So let's take a look at what happens when we encounter some of these key errors. So let's do try to access this stuff, except key error. Let's take a look at the the name tuple that we passed in and see what it looks like. Maybe there aren't any comments on this video. Local variable in. Okay, so this one video didn't have a comment. Why is that? Dislike, view count, like count, dislike count, favorite count. It didn't have some kind of, I think it didn't have a comment count. So let's go here and use .gets and assume that that is 0. You might not want to make assumptions like this. I'll make an assumption here. I'm going to assume that if these keys don't exist, then they're 0. I'm not sure if that's fair, but let's see. What did I do wrong? Stats .get comment count. I need a comma. PD is not defined. Okay, so it finished, and I need to actually import pandas, which will allow us to build a data frame. Okay, now the data frame, it ran, everything was fine. The data frame didn't actually print out what I wanted it to. That's okay. Let's see if the data frame will print this time. Let's see what kind of results that we get. So it looks good. 5 rows, 15 columns. That's the .head function. So we get the ID, the access stat, other columns, the title, what do you need to become data science in 5 minutes, data science reality versus expectation, and view counts. Excellent. So this is everything that we need to start filling in. We don't need to create data frames all the time. We'll create data frames from data into the database, but this is the database data that we want to put into AWS. So we can start doing that. And that's what we'll work on in the next video. But this script is starting to look really good. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and we will continue on in the next video about getting this data from our local script into AWS. Bye.